public safety meeting. Item 1, call to order. Item 2, pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item 3, establish quorum. Item 4, roll call, please.
Mr. Payne?
Here.
Ms. Joseph? Ms. Gordon? Here. You have a quorum.
Item 5, Police Department, Chief Mitchell.
How you doing, everybody? How you doing, Council? Mayor? In the month of January, we had 162 calls, which we had 17 alarm calls, we assisted the fire department 7 times. We had 1 trespassing call, 3 suspicious persons, 1 harassment call, 1 order of protective custody, 11 disturbances, 1 escort, 1 warrant arrest. We assisted another agency 1 time. We had 6 thefts, damage to property 2 times. We had 3 suspicious activities, 1 civil matter, 1 violation of court order, 1 remaining after being forbidden, 3 hit and runs, 4 deaths, 1 private property lost or stolen, 4 investigations, 1 official warning out to return, 1 fraud. We assisted the fire department with 31 medicals. We had 1 check vehicle area, 1 unauthorized entry, 1 911 hang up, 12 information calls, 4 traffic complaints, 3 batteries, 24 traffic crashes, 1 private property crash, 3 animal calls, 3 traffic stops, and 1 identity theft. We had a total of 22 arrests, which was 2 resisting an officer, 1 aggravated flight from an officer, 1 attempted second-degree murder, 2 simple batteries, 5 domestic abuse batteries, 3 domestic abuse batteries with child endangerment, 1 simple assault, 1 simple criminal damage to property, 1 interfering with emergency simple assault, 1 aggravated battery, 1 false imprisonment, 1 remaining after being forbidden, 2 thefts, 1 theft of a motor vehicle, 1 possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, 1 cruelty to the infirm, 1 illegal possession of a handgun by a juvenile, 8 traffic-related arrests, 1 prohibited acts, 2 fugitive warrants, and 1 possession with the intent to distribute warrants. We had a total of 15 traffic tickets. Questions?
All right, check out. Thank you, Chief. Item 6, emission violation report. Mayor Potan.
Good evening, Council, everyone. So on 626 Gladiola Street, they are still working. That's Mr. Melanson's house. I think they want to come next week to give an actual update of what's been done. Also, she called me today, Miss Toady, I think is her name. And so we kind of talked about that it may be good for us to put out exactly what happened since we are kind of getting information is getting miscrewed of what was asked and how long I think it had been going on. Some people, I think, decided to watch that particular meeting and thought that it just happened when we've been kind of dealing with it for a while. So that may be coming up in the near future, here sooner than later. One of the news stations reaching out to us. So I wouldn't want to do it alone because it was a council as well as my effort. So I'll notify you if they notify me to reach out.
Okay, they want to know how long it's been going on. Why does it matter if they correct the problem?
I don't think it exactly was, we saw the comments. I think some of the people that chimed in.
The people that I see that was chiming in really not even in the Coyle area. And just like I had stated to someone that texted me, and I said that this problem been going on for a long time. It just didn't pop up on that meeting day. I said, but of course you all don't cross the track to come and see what's going on, so y'all don't know what's going on.
Right.
So, it's good that he has the help, so what do we need to explain to them? I mean, I don't think we need to explain anything to them because it's done. I am glad that they came out to help him, but guess what? Don't stop helping him. Help all the other people that need help.
Exactly.
It don't have to be no better for them to step up.
So this is the sheet. Like I told her, this is nothing that we just started. This is nothing that has just started. We've always looked out for blighted properties, whether it's the neighbor calling or us riding by or inspectors that we've had, because we have had several inspectors throughout the city to handle these properties. I think I'm not sure what happened with that particular address, but we're going to move on until that comes. Then I will notify you all, but I have not received a call yet, so I will let you know. So we have 630 South 14th Street. These are blight properties, to be transparent, that we have been working on, and the list I think that you sent me as well. So we have no contact for that person. So if you have any contact for them, that's 630 South 14th Street. We have been working on for a while. 451 Harry Brown, that is one that we will discuss a little bit later on here. 410 South 14th Street, I think we did bring up, that's the Raleigh house that he did ask for 60 days from, so I think March 9th would be his 60 days?
March 9th.
Okay, so Ms. Lynette kind of did a little list for me. So he did ask for 60 days, and I think we all kind of granted him that, so we will revisit him the first of next month. We have Mr. Trimble here. I think we had the wrong address, so he came to correct us. 1161 Avenue B. So he does want to speak on that property. So you can come up, Mr. Trimble.
Yeah.
So before he speaks, the 1433 Rosedale, we did get in contact. It's Max Investments. That's who paid the property tax. So we're waiting on some paperwork, from my understanding, from Ms. Lacey, Attorney Terry Lacey, to send us some paperwork on that address. But that was one from an actual citizen also that was brought up, blighted property on Rosedale Road. Also, we sent 1219 Court Street. It's a house that's up, but the shed has fallen. So we just really want them to remove the shed. That is 1219 Court Street, and that certified letter was sent out. And also 336 Michigan Avenue. It's the HUD property. We are waiting for them to get back in touch with Ms. Lynette on that property. I think the owner of the home, the realtor of the home next door, is trying to sell, and they won't buy it until we figure out that HUD property. We have been dealing with that one a while, but the federal government was shut down. So I think she has since reached out and talked to someone, so she's just waiting to make contact with that one. Also, we had a few that was given to me by Councilwoman Gordon, and that was 1159 Georgia, 1158 Georgia, 1249 Michigan. We have 434 Michigan, and 814 North 13th Street. So I have not had a chance to go out to take pictures, but we will get those pictures in before council meeting next week.
All right, my address is 1171 Avenue B, and I'm working on the house. I am working on it, so y'all have to allow me a chance coming out of pocket working on it.
I did go by and see that house. I didn't see where we had to condemn. Because I didn't really see it.
Yeah,
Some ways been working.
Was that the
It's
same
not
house you
condemned.
talking about?
The
yeah.
house next to, I think, Miss Parker.
Yeah.
We
Right.
didn't say about condemning it. We just said, like, I see they boarded the windows up, but it just was brought to our attention
Yeah, I
that
boarded
people
up.
were in and out of it.
That's why I voted
But
up.
we didn't say condemning it.
Okay, I was to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
This
they need to
is,
do something with that lot next door to it, with rats and possum and armadillos running out of it into my house. That's what y'all need to do something about.
Okay, so the time frame that you're asking for is about how long?
At least about 6 months. 'Cause I'm doing it out of pocket.
What is he trying?
It may not be that long, but that's the time frame I'm giving.
We might can get you some help.
Yeah.
So do we have to agree to grant that tonight, or they have to?
So the request that's before the council is an informal request. In order to start, just as a reminder, to actually start the condemnation process, we have to get an inspection report, and then we send official notices to the property owner ordering them to come for a specific council meeting at this day, this time, blah, blah, blah. So that hasn't happened in this case for this property yet. So this property owner is here just asking as a courtesy for the council. So we don't have to do a formal vote, but if you'd like to voice, your stance on it, that's fine. But this is an informal request. The formal condemnation process hasn't begun for this property. So if you're amenable to granting it, by all means.
Well, he's definitely been working on it. I saw that, so.
Again, this is just a property that we go out to look at once we get calls. It's not to pinpoint a particular, I think that's where the confusion came in before. We're not pinpointing a particular resident, citizen of the city of Port Allen. We have to act on different complaints that we get, and this was one. And he did come in to talk to me, and I suggested that he come before the council to talk to you all. Okay, so y'all, okay. Okay.
I'm okay.
Thank you, Mr.
I don't think it's going to take that long. I
Right.
think he's just giving himself that.
Okay, so also in talking to Miss Doty for the 626 Gladiola Street, she gave me some information today, and it's the citizens that we have with blighted property. She's learned if they are veterans, so she told me to pass this on to the council members. If they are veterans, that she reached out to LA Secretary of State of Veterans Affairs, and they have money that they can help with other citizens as well. I think a lot of people wasn't aware of this until light was brought to it recently. So if you can pass that to some of your, constituents in your districts, then I would appreciate it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Item 7, adjournment.
Public Works Committee, call to order. Establish a quorum. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Gordon?
Here.
Mr. Payne?
Here.
Ms. King? Here. Yep, quorum.
Councilwoman Gordon, we have a request to amend the Public Works Committee agenda. This is an update on Westview Crossing subdivision by Mr. Tatum, who's here.
On what?
An update on Westview Crossing subdivision.
Okay.
And so we can add this as 5A. And you can call roll for amendment of the agenda.
Okay, can we get a motion for amendment?
I make a motion to accept the amendment.
I'll second.
Roll call. Ms. Gordon?
Yes.
Ms. Payne?
Yes.
Ms. King? Yes.
Okay, item 4, update on ongoing engineer project. Mr. Tony Aricon.
Thank you, Councilman. Of course, we've got 3 ongoing projects. One of them is the roads project. It's out. It's advertised currently. We're going to take bids on it the 26th of this month. The CDBG sewer job is, it advertises on the 10th. We will take bids on it on March 17th. That's the $1 million CDBG grant y'all got. And the, I call it emergency, the blower thing that you passed for, I guess, an amendment to the budget of $350,000 to change out the blowers and the diverter box. That's going to be proposals, and the only thing I ask about that is I'm not going to have the bids on that till probably in between y'all's next council meeting, and because of the time is critical, because we only have 2 blowers and we need to have 5, I would ask that y'all grant at the next meeting the mayor the authority to award that, provided it comes within the budget of $350,000. And that way, you know, we can get the shop drawings and stuff going. What I plan to do in it is I've spoken to some of the suppliers and whatnot, and I'm basically going to kind of break it in 2 pieces that will get like 1 or 2 blowers quickly, and then, you know, the rest of them can take their normal delivery time. And we're simplifying the controls and everything just to make it everything come quicker. Any questions on any of these, y'all? But I don't, Ms. Rose, if you could, council's pleasure, if they add it to the agenda, that'd be great. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Item number 5A.
Okay, so we all know we need a sewer plant. So I'm still in conversations with various landowners for property. Last Friday, I had a meeting with Francois Boulanger, I think that's the correct pronunciation of his name, and his dad and his brother. They have property on Allendale and Court that was cleared off a couple years ago now, that they wanted to actually put apartments on that was shut down by the council. So he, of course, brought that to my attention when meeting with them. But they are willing to sell the property to us on Allendale and Court. They want to, if it's blessed, they want to possibly sell the business owner on the side 4 acres of the property. Forget exactly how many acres it totals, but they want to give him grace to, if he wants to ever expand or anything to his business, to at least give him the luxury to purchase the 4 acres, and then we can purchase the rest. So I had Mr. Tony go out to look at the land, to let me know how deep that it was. I know it kind of butts up to a subdivision, the subdivision on Harry Brown, but I don't think we would need to go that far back for the sewer plant. So he went out to look at it. He texted me back and said, hey, I think it's fine. It could be potential spots. So that's what I wanted to bring to the council tonight, to see what your thoughts on it, to start the conversations about it. I have another meeting tomorrow with the landowner down Court Street near the new property to see, I think it may be around 31 acres.
231 acres.
Okay. Ms. Lynette's called. She's been helping me with this. But he is coming tomorrow to have a meeting with me as well, the landowner on Court Street. So we have a couple potential spots, but I want to get your feedback. And so Mr. Tony's here to answer any questions about the first property on Allendale and Court, if you have any questions about it.
Mayor, I do have a question. What about the property that you guys was looking at on 415? Whatever happened with that?
So I thought it was good. We went out, Mr. Tony and I rode back there to look at that as well. It kind of fell through. The school board is not willing to partner with us with that. I didn't realize that the school was on a septic tank, so that was my pitch to them, that we could tie the school into our sewer plant and maintain it for them, but it's a no-go.
One thing I wanted y'all to see, just to get a relative scale. If you look to the right of that property up, of course, near Court Street on 14th, that's the existing sewer plant. So although it won't totally be demolished, you're still going to have to keep the in and out pump stations. That will no longer have all the open tankage and all that. And of course, the existing plant is like literally surrounded with homes. So that would essentially be, except for the pump stations, again, taken away. And you could move the plant. It would need a bigger footprint than that, but not like 5 times bigger. You could move it where there was a pretty good sized buffer between it and the neighborhood. Just take that and say maybe double it and see how big that rectangle would be relative to the size of the property. It's like a 20-acre parcel, so there's plenty of room. And I don't know how often you've been down to Allendale, but if you're coming down the street off of Court, I want to say the first place on the left is like a station for transfer of garbage, like dumpsters or something. I forgot the name of them. The next, that huge warehouse, that's empty currently. And I'll be honest, I forgot who the next people are. But the one thing I also like about it, there wouldn't have to be any access at all through any neighborhood. You could bring the access off of Allendale down there. So, if you get a good enough buffer zone, the plant would not be, near as obtrusive as the existing plant, let's just say.
So, what you're saying is, if the plant goes further back on Allendale, it won't have to bump into the neighborhood,
That's correct.
How many distant miles of land would it be separated from the neighborhood?
I'd have to exactly lay it out, but let's just say it would probably be like, what do you figure, a lot in there, y'all, is about 100 feet deep, roughly? So you're going to be at least 2.5, maybe 3 lots, because I would envision making it kind of rectangular, so it's closer to the to the warehouse and the garbage thing than to the neighborhood, and that way you'd have a couple 100 feet buffer between, which is a pretty good buffer, and you obviously either let that grow up or make it a park or do something along those lines, so it's not near. If you one of the ways I thought about it is if you take the existing plant and you just make a circle, like a 500-foot circle around it, and see how many houses that encompasses, for like odors and things like that, then you could see this one and see how many it encompasses, and it's obviously much better than the current plant's location. It's 20 acres. You would probably need between 6 and 7 of the 20. You could probably get by with less, but I'm just talking about, the actual physical plant. The other thing, just from a cost standpoint, is, the new plant is going to have to be connected to the influent pump station of the existing plant. So the closer that is, the less expensive that is. If we were to put, a new plant down 415 or something, you would have to run pipes there and back. And so that's a significant multiple $million-dollar difference in the cost of the plant.
And how much the cost of the plant would be,
You're 15 million plus. It's the cost of that stuff now is, pretty serious.
So I do know he just had the property appraised, and that was, I'm assuming, in the entirety. If we purchase, I'm not sure if he's willing. I told him 10 acres is what we needed, because I know that's kind of the number we threw out. So I'm not sure if he wants us, if is granted, to purchase the entire 20, well, less the 4, or if we can purchase just the 10. I'm not sure, but it was appraised at $2.1 million. But that is not minus the 4 acres, because we talked about that after the number, after we talked about the number. So I'm still guessing 1 point something for the total. But like I said, I'm not sure if he's willing to just sell 10 or if he would want to sell the entire footage.
And there's 2 more acres down, 2 more spots down Court Street.
Yes. And I do have that meeting tomorrow. So this is something I just kind of wanted to bring as I get the information to you all, so we can try to pinpoint something definite soon, if possible.
We definitely need to look at those other two properties.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. 5A West Blue Cross subdivision.
Mayor, ladies, council members, I'm Jim Tatum. I'm with Tatum Engineering, representing the Westview Crossing Development Group, and we're here tonight following up on the two items that were brought before the Planning Commission last week. Unfortunately, we didn't have a quorum in the Planning Commission meeting, but we addressed each of the items that were that involved these two separate items, and received no objections, no concerns. So in brief terms, we're asking for the final plat approval on the second filing, phase 1, which is this particular map we're looking at. And I think you've got copies. If you don't have copies, I've got extras. I'd be glad to give them to you. And it's a 44 lot addition to what's currently underway in Westview Crossing. The second item is the preliminary plat. We made some minor revisions to the preliminary plat, and basically it's limited to renumbering some lots. And the reason we did that was to keep this project moving forward with and being consistent with our lot numbering system, so we didn't create any gaps in there. So, and also on the right is the preliminary plat. I've got the different stages of development shown on here in color, which makes it a little bit easier to understand. But the pink represents what was done initially, and then we followed with the green, and then the third phase was the orange. And tonight we're asking for approval on the fourth phase of it, which is technically the second filing, phase 1. It's 44 lots again. And then what's shown in yellow is where we're going next, just to give you a heads up on the direction that the project is moving in. To date, we're at 193 lots. The owners and the builders out there have experienced a lot of enthusiasm and have been able to move quite a few houses. A lot of folks living out there now, and this next phase, what's shown in blue there, will be the second filing, phase 1, 44 lots, and then once that's completed, that'll be 237 lots. And so we're nearing the halfway point with this development. Still had a ways to go, but things are moving along nicely. What we're asking for tonight doesn't involve any waivers or variances. I'm not aware of any issues or concerns that have been expressed either by the Planning Commission or any of the citizens. And so I'd be glad to answer any questions, address any concerns you may have, but I would ask for your support and approval for the minor revisions to the preliminary plat, and then the final plat, second filing, phase 1, which, and I understand we need to come back next week for a full council vote on it. So thank you, and I'll answer any questions.
Any questions?
Agenda item.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 6, adjourn.
Ms. Gordon, probably gonna have to
Community Development Committee. Call to order. Establish a quorum. Roll call.
Ms. Joseph, is absent. Ms. Gordon,
Here.
Mr. Hubble.
Here.
Item number 4, update on community events and activities.
All right, committee members and council members, good evening. We're going to try to make this as brief as possible. What we are asking for a few items on the agenda. This month, one of the major events that we have going on is we're resurrecting our community prayer breakfast. And it is scheduled to be on Saturday, February 28th, 10 a.m. at Conn Elementary School. Congressman Cleo Fields has so graciously agreed to come and be our keynote, but of course we have quite a few pastors throughout the Port Allen community that will also be on program. So we're very excited. We would like to see everyone out. It's a free ticketed event. We'll have tickets available either Monday evening or first thing Tuesday morning, and of course you know the tickets is so we can get a head count and have records for our legislative auditors that it is a community event.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions? Next thing I wanted to discuss was recommendations for our Welcome Center. We've been looking at the depot on LA1 as also resurrecting it as a Welcome Center. We have some dollars that are appropriated currently in the budget, but to make it a really proper thing, we're asking that possibly we can temporarily redirect some other funds. We had funds that were approved for the bathrooms on the levee. The bid came in way over the money that we have appropriated, so we're going to have to go back for that and ask for that money in next year's budget because we don't have it. But I would like to ask the council to put it on the agenda that we can divert those funds this year to help us complete resurrecting the Welcome Center on LA1.
So the bathroom for the Centennial Park you talking about?
Right there.
Yeah. So what was the amount that went over?
I don't have it, but I can bring it to you next week. But it was because of the time frame. It's gone up and up and up. Whereas I can afford to use those funds to finish that, and it'll look really good when people come into the city of Port Allen. So I'm asking that it be made an agenda item to be voted on next week.
So how much funds you asking for?
The whole whatever $100,000 it is, yeah.
All right. Then make an agenda item?
Yeah.
All right. The next item that we have is that we finally, and I know a lot of the council members have gone to LMA and heard about the Brownsfield grant that are there. Well, we've been working with a company that actually can work with us in getting some of that Brownsfield money. And what we need the money for now is to work with our special needs park. I'm sure you've heard about the concerns of the property that there may be some tanks or whatever because it was a cleaners underground, and we're going to have to get all that evaluated and structurally given to us as a clean bill of health, as well as to supply all the equipment that's needed for the park. So I was just updating you that we're trying to get some Brownsfield dollars for the city with the company, and I will update you once they give me the exact quote on next week. I thought I'd have it for tonight, so I'd like that to be made an agenda item too, so I can inform you better on next week that it should not cost us anything if we get Brownsfield money, and hopefully in the end we have our special needs park.
Okay. That'd be on our agenda item.
Thank you.
Any questions? No.
Any other questions? So I'm gonna see all y'all faces in the place for our community prayer breakfast. We're excited. Y'all know we got to get off on the right foot. We partied last night. We got to start praying. Thank you.
We had an awesome time. Item number 7, adjourn.
Call the Personnel Committee to order to establish a quorum. Could we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Hubble?
Here.
Ms. Gordon?
Here.
Mr. Payne?
Here.
Okay. Item number 4, discuss the hiring of Oh, you don't have to help me with this. Chief
Alicia Baptiste.
at step grade 110-8 and Edward Brown at step grade 110-8 in the police department. Chief?
Yeah, so in the last couple of months, I had a couple of interviews, and upon having those interviews, I was able to get to know this young lady and this young man a little better, and they expressed their deepest reasons on why they want to be an officer for Port Allen. So they went through the hard formalities with taking the matrix and passed, and so from there, here we are. So I also made sure that they was here today so they can, meet you guys, and y'all can ask them whatever questions y'all want.
Can you tell us about yourself?
Good evening. My name is Alicia Baptiste. I'm from Port Allen, Louisiana. I'm 24 years old. I just graduated college in October with my criminal justice degree, associates. I'm going back all the way up until I get my master's.
Who's your mother?
Latasha Baptiste.
Okay. All right. Okay, I know Tasha well.
Yeah, that's my mom. She's from Port Allen too.
So you ready to take on the role for Port Allen?
Yes. At first I was scared, but I think I'm okay now. Talking to him, talking to the committee and everything like that, yeah. I think I'm ready. It's a lot that I want to do within the city of Port Allen, especially with the youth, the kids, and me being the age I am. I think I can be a leader for a lot of people in Port Allen since I'm from here and got a lot of known faces around.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
How many ladies we have for police officers? We taking over.
As of right now, if she's brought aboard, that'll put us at 1, 2, 4.
Okay, you're all right. Don't have to worry to be a policewoman for us.
You see that, huh? All right. Mr. Brown.
Good evening. How y'all doing?
How are you?
I'm good. My name is Everett Brown. I'm a Baton Rouge native, 23 years old, graduate of McKinley Senior High School. Between my mother and father's side, I'm the oldest of 8, so come from a big blended family, and I'm happy to be here.
In McKinley, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Big band of blue.
That's why I transferred there to marching the band.
My son played in the band.
Have any questions?
So what brings you to Port Allen? You want to be a police officer here?
Like I said, I come from a blended family. I'm born and bred in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but between my mother's side and my father's side, I got family in Baker, Scotlandville, Port Allen, Clinton, and I started to realize these small, tight-knit communities are kind of what raised me into the man I am today. And so I felt like coming here, being in a tight-knit space, this is the best place to be. Like I said, I've had a chance to speak with the chief personally 3 times, and I've only interviewed, so it's like I love being able to, kind of have that chain of command that I can talk to.
So who's your family from here?
You're familiar with Vernon Portery, and some Smiths from here. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Not related to the rebates enough.
You ready to rebate then?
Al Smith.
Yeah. Smith. Okay. Thank you for choosing to Port Allen. The west side is the best side.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you heard it many times.
I have.
And I'm trying to say we are the safe side.
Thank y'all for having me.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Brown.
Thank y'all.
Anything else?
All right. That's it?
That's it?
All right. Yeah.
Welcome.
Good item.
Yes, ma'am. And 5 adjourned.
Finance Committee, call to order. Establish quorum. Roll call.
Ms. King?
Here.
Ms. Hubble?
Here.
Ms. Jones?
Item number 4, discuss the revised payment to facilities formation from $9,986 to $10,801.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. This is the same thing that I spoke on last meeting where we access certain parts of the building with these cards, so the software needed to be updated. The last quote we got was in October, so it was for the $9,986. Since then, the beginning of the year, the company Honeywell that they get the motherboards and some of the software for had an increase in price, so that's why the difference now is $10,801.
agenda item?
Yes.
Thank you.
Item number 5, presentation by representatives from Gallagher Insurance Company.
Good evening. Hello, Mayor, council members. Thank y'all for allowing us to present tonight. The folder should have been handed out to y'all prior to the start. So in your folders, you'll see that it is the renewal of the healthcare insurance as well as dental, vision, and any ancillary products. It includes the Nonstop Health, which is that loaded Visa card that the members get in addition to their Blue Cross insurance. The overall increase with Blue Cross was at a 23%. However, incorporating the Nonstop product, it did bring it down to an overall 14%. So that did help reduce the overall increase. The options there are listed for full coverage or coverage that does have the member have a back end amount that they would have to pay. The other item in your folders is the FMR, which is your financial report. It does show your premiums versus claims from last year as well as this year. And if you'll see at the bottom under that chart, it does have the percentages that are rather high, which is due to the 23% increase from Blue Cross. So we've had 2 years of some high claims, but we are, thankful for that Nonstop product that is incorporated to bring it down.
You brought it down to what?
14%, yes ma'am. Did y'all have any questions?
Any questions?
Yeah, correct.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Are y'all supposed to vote on that next week?
Yes. You have to go.
Agenda.
Item number 6, discuss entering into the contract with the Lexapro system. Chief
So, myself and the mayor, we just recently met with this group, Lexapro, for the policy and procedures. I originally got with them last year, towards the latter part of December 2025. And while speaking with them, I also got in with the mayor, so because I know our policy is dated and I know theirs are too. So we had met with them last week. I mean, was that last week? A couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, to let them see what's going on and show the mayor everything, how they can help improve our policy. So.
So our handbook is basically what we're speaking of. We give a handbook to each employee, as well as I think the police department gives something separate to their new hires as well. So our handbook is outdated, has been outdated for a long time. I think 1982 or something it says actually in the front of the handbook. So a lot of things that we are trying to implement and change, policies and procedures we're trying to put in place, so no one can say, oh, we didn't know this or know that. We're trying to update them, and so this is what this company can do. I just kind of saw the quotes. He sent late today and I didn't get a chance to open my email, but I think it's around $23,000. Most of it would be admin costs because they are starting the implementation, starting from scratch for us basically. The police department's handbook has been updated since then, so they wouldn't have to start brand new. So we would split the cost, but the majority would go to the admin side for us. So we're asking for you to take this into consideration and make it an agenda item so we can vote next week.
Yes.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Item number 7, adjourned.
Okay, so the first announcement that I have, we have been given some information for the properties that we talked about for condemnation at 451 Harry Brown and also 1205 Avenue C. So we have been given a name for a curator. So that would be something that I guess we would need to decide. So you would need to decide if you want to make that an agenda item to move forward with these condemnation proceedings. They are the properties that we have not had a chance or found any heir or anyone there for the properties. So they have been going on for a while. So we are asking that you make this an agenda item and to grant the curator. Of course, it will come with fees. So we will have that next week. The actual.
That will be presented at the actual condemnation hearing. So
Okay.
the curator comes for the hearing to say these are all the efforts, that I have done to try to find the owners. They'll have a packet and all that stuff. Included in their packet will be an invoice for however much their services cost. Because each property, it depends. You might run one ad and get somebody called and that's your person and you tell them, they have to show up. So it's a range, but you would get that information at the actual condemnation hearing.
So Mayor, they can't find anyone to amnesty?
Permission
It was turned
a curator,
to our attorney.
specifically because it comes with a cost to hire a curator.
So we're asking for you to grant permission for the curator.
Well, the mayor by law has the authority to
Right.
do that, but just out of the abundance of caution,
Right.
because it will, cost the city a fee to, pay the curator. We want to bring it, before the council just to make sure everybody's on the same page.
I think it's been over, to answer your question, Mr. Payne, Councilman Payne, over a year or so. Casey, am I correct?
Yeah.
With the 451 for sure, Harry Brown.
Definitely.
So we had inspection reports done for 4 properties. One, we had a condemnation hearing last year. That was Miss Robinson who came. We had that condemnation, and she tore down the house. I can't think of the.
It's Avenue C, I'm not sure the address.
I can't think of the number. So that one is done. The remaining 3 properties, so we're asking for a curator to represent the property owners for the remaining 3. Well, definitely 1205 Avenue C, 451 Harry Brown, those 2.
241 Atchafalaya was one also, but homeowner, one of the heirs has reached out. She was supposed to be here tonight, so we will send the information to the known address that we have now and see where that goes.
Did she express any concern of moving or fixing it?
She expressed to me, she said she fell in hardship. I think it's the person's daughter because the actual owner's deceased. She wanted to get parts off the trailer or something was her thought process. So I'm not sure. I told her the same, that she could come and speak to you all because I know that's one that's come up several times as well. But she wanted to get parts, I was told. She told me off the trailer. So I'm not sure what that means, but she was supposed to come tonight to speak with you all.
But now that we have an address for an heir for that property, whether she comes or not is irrelevant. We have the address to send her the notice to come so we can move forward on the condemnation hearing for that one too.
Okay, so Ms. Rose spoke of the prayer breakfast. Also, City Hall will be closed on the 16th and 17th of February for President's Day and Mardi Gras. And also, real quick, we have our Neighborhood Watch presidents. I don't know if that's the technical term of it. The Neighborhood Watch meeting will be February 24th, but real quick, I'll allow her time to really say something real quick about the Neighborhood Watch.
Good evening. My name is Rachel Lyons. I'm president of the Neighborhood Watch here in Port Allen. We tried to start off small with just kind of the Oaks, and we have tried to extend now to an entire city. We have a meeting once a month. We've started having guest speakers. This month is going to be DA Clayton will be here for our February meeting. Sheriff Badger will be here for our March meeting. And as of right now, I believe our Director of Animal Control will be here for our April meeting. We're going to start doing a small door prize for each meeting to try to like get people in and get people involved. Basically what we do for our meetings is I'll get up, I'll open the meeting, we'll have our guest speaker, and then the residents that attend, we give them the opportunity to come forward and say if they've seen anything go on. Either Detective Celestine or Chief Mitchell is here to address any concerns that they have noticed and take notes to check on things. We're just really hoping to bring a bunch of people out, and if you see something, say something to try to make the city a safer place and get residents as involved as possible. So if y'all get a chance, please pass on our meetings so we can try to get people out and, kind of check on your neighbors and get people more involved and, just become friendlier and hopefully make it a safer place.
Right now, they are here on the 3rd floor.
Yes, we're here until we grow out of this space, and then once that, I think we may try to move to the community center possibly or something like that. They're there every third Tuesday, right, every third Tuesday of the month at 6 p.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What we're doing is next meeting, we're giving the okay to Ireland.
Correct.
Okay, initiate that. And the way I understood it is that when you have said property come up, let's just say the one on Harry Brown, he comes up, or he or she comes up with an itemized
Yes,
at that
yes.
time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, at the actual hearing.
And this is going to be the same curator throughout. As long-
It'll be so we're recommending her, so right now, we had, like I said, we had 4 inspection reports done. That's the beginning of the condemnation proceeding. So this would be, it would only be for a specific property. And that's the properties that we talked about tonight. And once we get, so we'll have the condemnation hearings and get those, condemned, we'll get those out of the way. The next properties up, we have to start, do the inspection report, because the thing is, everything comes with a cost, right? And so we don't have Mr. Altazan go out and just do reports on all these properties and, pay for all these properties and kind of have a, backlog. We want all the reports to be updated, right? So we're starting with 4, we're knocking those out, and then once we do that, I'll give it to the mayor, she'll let me know, hey, these are the next properties I want to do. We'll get Justin to do the report, and so on and so forth. So the request would be for these specific properties, those 2 specific properties. And then when we're ready to do the next condemnations, if we can't find the heirs, because that's always the thing, we always do our work and due diligence first to see if we can find the property owner or the heirs. If we cannot, then that's when we have to get the curator again. Yes, sir.
The next thing I have is town hall meeting. So we will have the first town hall meeting on the 25th of this month, 5:30 p.m. So that's the first town hall meeting of 2026. Will be here on the 3rd floor on February 25th at 5:30 p.m. So tell any citizens whatever concerns they have, they are welcome to bring them to the town hall meeting, and we can sit and candidly discuss them. And that's it.